YouTube or through?
Access ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ.
You will not have access, Padma. What you have to do is you have to download MS Teams. Do you have MS Teams with you?
Teams app.
Download MS Teams.
It's there.
It's there. Sign in ಮಾಡು. You don't have your password.
They're not talking anything. Sir. They're not talking anything.
Prashant, you are there. Shall we start?
Ma'am, you tell me. We can start.
Okay. Good morning, all of you, and welcome to the virtual training program of academic module Juno implementation phase 3. In the phase 1 and phase 2, we provided training regarding configuration of the syllabus, and then also uploading the students' syllabus, and then also marking the attendance and many things associated to that, mapping the faculty and creation of the timetable and many things like that related to the academic module. In the phase 3, today we are planning to provide training on how to configure for evaluation parameters, and also how to map the faculty for the same, and how to map the students for the same, how to upload the marks, and also how to generate the evaluation reports. Okay, and based on these topics, any doubts you have, you can get it clarified, so that at least by this month end, we should be ready to complete all the academic module related activities with respect to the Juno. So if you have any doubts, you can keep it with you, and at the end you can get it clarified. Even if you have any doubt with respect to phase 2, any small hitches you have, you can definitely get it clarified today. And we have with us again Prashant Vadankar, Client Experience Manager of Juno, who is going to provide us training on these parameters. I also would like to take this opportunity to welcome Dr. Ravi Kumar, Director of the Oxford Educational Institutions, who is also spearheading the team with respect to Juno implementation. Welcome you, sir, and I welcome all the faculty members of all the colleges. I hope that at least the SPOC of every college is present there. Otherwise, we will have a problem in implementation. At least 1 or 2 people learn from every college, means they can guide the other faculty members to solve the issue. I sincerely hope all of you would have joined. I still will work out parallelly back end to know whether a representative from each college is present there. Without much delay, I would now wish to hand over the session to Prashant Vadankar to take on with the faculty training program. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Hi, good morning, all of you. So, as per the today's agenda, we'll start with the evaluation. Okay. Last time also I have shown you how we can configure the evaluations from the course file, and the same can be viewed at as an academic admin, wherein the marks and all that can be accessed. Okay. So this is a repeat training for this specific evaluation details, okay, which can be created. So to begin with, I'll share my screen and we'll start with the training, okay. So now I'm logging with one of the faculty login, okay. So this is our course file. So one of the course file I have access now, okay. With that respect, here into this setting button, okay, wherein evaluation parameter can be created, okay. So as per uh, as per yours requirement, you can create your own parameters, whatever you want to create. It can be assignment, it can be quiz, it can be anything, means what you want, you will be able to create that. But that master list can be updated, okay, from an academic admin login, wherein those masters, whatever you define over there, can be uh, can be created as a master list and can be accessed over here. So for creating a parameter, you just need to click over here, okay, and as per internal external whatever you follow, okay, let's say 100% 100% is the evaluation, okay, for one course, okay. So internal, as per the university rules, or let's say as per your rule books, you can define whatever the internal bifurcation you want to bifurcate, and what is the interim examination bifurcation. Okay. So with respect of that, okay, if it is 60-40, if it is 30-70, so accordingly you need to create that evaluation parameters. Okay. So let's say if I go with 30-70, okay, so my external exam weightage is 70% and my internal assessment is having a weightage of 30%. So accordingly, what I need to do is I need to create two separate evaluations. One is as an internal assessment. IA can be the name can be given. In that IA internal assessment, it can be multiple parameters. Okay. So for giving the weightage, we need to define a weightage like that, whatever you follow. Okay. So with respect of that, you need to create that evaluation parameter with the exact weightage. Okay. So let's say I'll just check whether the internal assessment is there or not. So if it is not there, I can create that. Okay, it is there. Okay, let's say I'm saying internal assessment. I want it can be multiple frequencies can be given. So with that respect, okay, what I'll do is I'll create my internal assessment in two divisions having a weightage of 30%. Okay, so out of 100, I'm giving 30% to my internal assessment, and my end term exam will have a 70% weightage. Okay, so for this 30% weightage, I can define my internal assessment parameters for any dates. Okay, this is not you can put your dates over here as per your preference. Okay, marks can be defined into this. It can be of 30 marks, it can be of 20 marks, it can be of 10 marks, it can be of 15 marks. It is up to you what you need to create. And accordingly, those marks will be converted into a 30% of weightage. Okay, whatever you put it, system will calculate accordingly. So let's say I want to take my internal assessment, first assessment is of 20 marks. Okay. The second internal assessment, I want to take it for a 30 marks. So the total will be 50 marks, okay, which will be converted into a 30% of weightage. Okay. So if I submit my details over here, my parameter details has been submitted. And within that particular parameter, this two internal assessment 1 and 2 is created. If you want, if you want to change this, you'll be able to go and edit that information. You can change it and you can name it as per your name, as per you, whatever you want to write it down over here, you can define that. Okay. I'll say IA1. Okay, like that. This can be my IA2. So right now, what we have did is we have created one internal assessment as a parameter we have created. Under that parameter, we have created two sub parameters. And now if you want more parameters to be added, it is up to you. You can add those parameters explicitly from here. But it is totally depends on the frequency what you have selected. Okay. So this way, I have created one parameter for internal assessment. Now, what I'll do is as an external exam, what will be the end term exams which will taken by university or board. Okay. So for that particular parameter, we can create our end term exam or external exam as a parameter, wherein whenever the university marks comes to us, that can be updated here directly. I'll say in-term exam having a weightage of 70%. So this way, I have completed my 100% utilization of the 100 marks. So my internal assessment is having a 30% weightage and my in-term examination is having a weightage of 70%. So it is up to us while creating itself, we can define the bifurcation with respect of the internal and the external. Okay. So this way we have created it from a faculty login. Okay. The same parameters what we have created from a faculty logging. Okay, once we create that parameters, now this we have created for this particular course. Okay, if I switch my screen as an academic admin login, the same details will be visible. So I'll show you these details from an academic admin login. Okay, this is my academic admin login. So if I access my details over here, okay, I'll be able to see that details. So this is my course. So see, this is my internal assessment for this particular post. It is showing over here as a 2 frequency, and my in-term exam is having a single frequency, having a weightage of 70-30. This is 30, this is 70. But explicitly in-term exam having a marks of 100. Okay, so right now it is showing as 70. So instead of 70, if we want 100 to be defined, we can do so. So I have did that. Now what I'll do is I'll just refresh this information so that whatever changes I made it from a faculty login, the same will be visible onto my academic admin login. So this is 100 is updated. Okay, got it? Now within this parameters, okay, now I'll show you how we can take evaluations from a students. If you want submissions to be done from a student login, and same once the submission is done on those submissions, whatever the marks you want to give it to students, that can be updated from an UI. Also, there are two provisions. One is from an UI wherein marks can be entered. Also, there is a second provision wherein marks can be directly uploaded through an Excel sheet template. Okay, these two provisions are available. So I'll show you how this can be done. So with respect of this first parameter, okay, I'll show you how marks can be entered manually. And for the other one, I'll show you how marks can be uploaded through an Excel template. So for a first parameter, what I'll do is I'll select this parameter. And if you don't want any submissions to be taken from a student, you whatever submissions manually did, accordingly, you just need to update that marks over here. So for that particular process, you just need to select this parameter and you need to click on to this evaluation. So it will show you the evaluation sheet over here and the number of students will be visible to you. Okay, in this case, as you are not taking any submissions from student login, as a faculty, you can direct update marks over here. So whatever you updated, the same will be visible onto the admin login. Okay. So here itself, I just need to define the marks, whatever the marks you want to give it to that particular student. So this way, I have entered marks now. Okay. Once the marks is entered, okay, you just need to click on to save button so that whatever details you entered, that will be get saved. And if you close this, and if you see the evaluation sheet again, You'll be able to see the marks details, whatever you updated. So before submission of this, okay, whatever changes you want to do as a faculty, you will be able to do it from here before submission. But once the submission is done, as a faculty, you won't be able to do the changes in any of the parameters. So for that particular process, you just need to ask your coordinators to unfreeze that parameter detail so that you can update that details later. Okay, so let's say now I'm changing this value as 15. I'm saving this value again. And once I submit this, so my marks is frozen now from a faculty login. If I go again over here, system won't allow me to do any changes over here because there is no save button and no submit button. Okay, so let's say in this case, we have submitted these details, and now as a faculty, we want that these details to be freshly entered. Okay, so in that case, you need to ask your coordinators to access this information from an admin login. So herein, again, I need to refresh this page to access the fresh information. Okay, this is my internal assessment one. See, it is showing unfreeze button over here. Why it is so? Because as a faculty, I have submitted my marks. Okay, so see over here also, you'll be able to see the same marks. So as an admin, I'll be able to see same marks over here. So let's say as a faculty, you want to unfreeze that details and the marks is to be freshly updated. Okay, in that case, as a coordinator, you just need to unfreeze this parameter so that as a faculty, you can go and access this information again and I can update these details. So see, as the unfreeze is done now, I'll be able to update these marks. I have updated this. Now again, I have freeze this. The same is visible over here. Okay. So this way, marks can be entered from faculty login through UI itself. This is the first provision. Now I'll show you the other provision wherein the marks can be updated through an Excel template. Okay. So for that particular process, you just need to select this parameter. Okay. And you need to click onto this upload button. Once you click on upload button, this pop-up will come over here. And with this pop-up, there is a template download button over here. Template download button. So system will give you the roll numbers of the students' names and their email address. You just need to define your marks over here. For last student, let's say by mistake, I have entered this 35 marks. by mistake, I have did that, okay? And now what we'll do is we'll upload that information over here. So we'll browse this. So system will validate the Excel sheet, whatever the data you entered, and it will show you this pop-up like this. So it is showing that students which are not displayed here, their marks are successfully uploaded. Okay. And it is showing that student with excess marks, whoever the names is there and the marks, their information will come over here like this. That means for rest of the students, the marks is uploaded. Only one student marks is not uploaded. So if we select and see the evaluation sheet over here, we'll be able to see this information over here, whatever we have uploaded. So for 4 students, the marks updated. For the last one, it is not updated because we have put it the excess marks into the Excel template. Got it? Now let's say we change this information. Earlier we have put 22, now we will give 25 marks to all the students. Let's say for 425 and last will be the 29. And we'll update this information again from here. So what system will do is system will update that information, whatever the earlier added. Now system will explicitly update that information with the new one, what you have updated. Okay. So this way we'll be able to see the updated information, and system also locks the files over here. Whatever you upload it to Excel, system will store that data for reference to cross check that information. Whatever information we uploaded, we'll be able to download that information and we can refer that at any point of time afterwards. So see, this is my first file, what I have updated earlier, having these marks. Okay. If I download my second log file for this particular time, it will show me the updated information, what I have updated second time. So see, these are all 425 and this is 29. So this way we'll be able to update the information with respect of the evaluation parameters. Okay. So now we have updated marks. The same can be visible over here. Once you update it, you just need to submit from here so that this submitted marks can be viewed on academic admin login. So now if I just refresh this, if I check over here, I'll be able to check the information over here itself. Okay. Any doubt? Any doubt? So this way, I have shown you the two methods. One is through an UI, wherein you can explicitly enter the marks. The other one is through an Excel template, wherein you can update the marks. Okay. As a faculty, you can do so. Let's say any of the faculty, or let's say any visiting faculty, though they won't be available and they don't want to update the marks from their login. So the other option is available onto the coordinator's login, wherein these marks can be updated explicitly. So for
One,
that particular process,
1 second, Prashant, excuse me.
yes, ma'am, tell me.
There in the marks entry start date, marks entry end date is there, no? According to our entry, that will record the date, or we can define that as coordinators or any heads of the department. Can we define that?
Ma'am, see, I have explicitly shown you these details, but if you want to capture this marks entry details, okay, that can be added. If you want to give some deadline, you can add that details explicitly.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay,
Thank
good
you.
morning, sir. I have one doubt. If the marks is been finalized for the semester, like final entry has to do, like including first internal and second internal, consolidated for 30 marks. How do I enter? Not,
Ma'am,
no,
can you repeat your question? I just missed your voice in between.
having two internals, internal one and two. So now, as of now, you told me how to do internal one and two, but I have to upload a finalized internal marks for 30 marks, final internal marks. How to do it? Final internal marks.
Ma'am, this is this parameters I have created for an internal assessment having a weightage of 30%. Okay. So
Yeah, but you
whatever
told one and two.
one is
Sir, that is one and two. It's a separate internals which we conduct and we enter. But
correct.
after completing one and two, finalized marks I have to enter, like including whatever the performance.
No, ma'am. Whatever the final is there now. See, if you are taking any internal assessments and for that particular assessments, these are not the final assessment for student for the university assessment what you want to submit, correct? So if those parameters not to be considered for as a final one, okay, so you don't put the weightage over there. You can take the submissions from students having a weightage of 0, okay, and whatever you want to submit to a university, okay, for that particular parameter give that particular weightage as 30. I'll tell you how you can do it like that. Okay, let's say what I'll do is I'll take one of the course file wherein I'll show you this. Okay, what I'll do is okay, see here no parameters are created. Okay, let's say now you want to create one parameter for internal assessment, but that is not for university purpose. That is for internal process. Okay, you want to take it take those evaluations from student and you need to define the marks over there. Okay, so let's say what I'll do is I'll create one an assessment as a parameter and my weightage is 0 for this parameter. This I'll only create for using for taking an evaluations from students, but there is no weightage for this parameter. This is only for a test purpose. Okay, this parameter value we are not submitting to university. Okay, in that itself you can create multiple evaluations. Let's say I've created my assignment 1. Okay, now as you created this parameter you can select that and you can give the evaluations with respect of the marks. Okay, sorry, marks is not given. What I'll do is I'll put the marks over here. Okay, so let's say this is having a 20 marks. I'll save this and I can put my evaluations from here. Okay, so out of 20, I'll be able to define the marks over here for this all those two.
Okay, so it is for a different. Let's say
Okay,
for
this
30
way,
marks,
see,
I'm
this way I
submitting
have
the.
created one parameter having a weightage of 0. But for university purpose, whatever the final evaluation you need to submit it, having a weightage of 30, okay, you can create that parameter explicitly here, and you can give that weightage over here as 30. And under that, so having a 30 marks, okay. So this way you can update your marks over here, and that can be considered for a university submission. Got it?
Yes, sir, yeah.
Anything else? Anyone having any other questions? If marks entry, what earlier ma'am asked, marks entry date and end date, if you want to define it, okay, you explicitly need to go to the admin login over here, wherein uh, from admin login only, we can define that restrictions with respect of the marks entry.
Prashant,
Yes, sir.
actually, what happens is, I'll take an example of engineering college where they will
Yes.
conduct 3 internal assessments, internal assessment
Okay.
1, 2, and 3. The average of these 3 has to be taken as a weightage point to submit it to the university.
Okay.
Exactly.
And you know, in that, what happens is before submitting to university, even that 30 has a bifurcation. Like 25 marks will be an internal marks, and 5 they can give it as a quiz or assignment.
Okay.
So in this way, it has to be done. In the first stage, 3 internal assessment will be conducted. The average of these 3 will be taken as one part, and there will be a
Correct.
second part like assignment or a quiz, which contains some weightage. These two should be added and it should be submitted to the university. This is how
So,
it functions.
sir, see. So that way itself means what you have said. That way itself, we can create those parameters over here. So let's say I have created this internal assessment having the weightage of 30%. Okay. In that 30% weightage, you are saying that the 3 parameters explicitly created. Correct?
3 internal marks, 3 IA marks.
So, sir, in that case, your internal is having a 30% weightage that you want to distribute explicitly with 3 different parameters, correct?
Not 3, I mean, all the 3 tests that are conducted, the average of those 3 has to be taken to submit it to the university.
Correct. So, sir, instead of this, we can create separate parameters while creating itself, okay? Let's say instead of this, what I'll do is I'll show you. I'll delete this.
Do we have Dr. Bindu here?
Yes.
Dr. Bindu?
I'll delete this, sir. So, sir, what I have did is I have explicitly deleted what I have created is okay.
Explicitly.
So Sir, you want three parameters to be created separately? 25 and 5 you said.
Yeah, 25 and 5. 25 is
Only
for
two
internal
is there,
test and 5 marks for assignment and quiz.
So 25 is having what name shall I consider for that 25?
Okay, do we have any engineering faculty here? Devi, Triple E,
Yes, sir.
QOC?
Yes, sir.
Kindly can
This is
give the parameters for internal test how many marks, for assignment and quiz how many marks you can just describe.
Yes, sir. For internal test, it is 30 marks, sir. For assignment, it is 10 marks.
Okay, Prashant, internal it is 30.
30 and 40. Okay, so you want to take 30 marks for internal assessment, but having a weightage of 25% only, correct?
No, sir.
correct,
The
ma'am?
full 40 marks will be considered, sir.
No,
30
no, this
marks.
40, 60 is the weightage, correct? 40,
Yeah, 40,
40
60
is
is
the
the
weightage for
weightage.
internal, 60 is the weightage for external, correct?
Yes, yes. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so out of 40 marks, okay, you want to consider 25 marks for as an internal assessment?
No, sir. 30. 30 is for internal
30,
assessment.
okay.
10 is for assignment.
30, okay, fine, fine. What I'll do is I'll create a internal assessment, okay, having a weightage of 30. You want within that internal assessments, you want only one frequency or multiple, it is up to you, okay? What I
Okay,
have
sir.
did is I have put 30% weightage for one frequency. Let's say this, okay? We'll keep it as it is. Now we want one more parameter as an assignment. Let's say having a weightage of 5.
10,
Okay.
10,
10 marks, 10 marks.
It can be changed, sir. I'm just
Okay.
taking a sample example so that my
Okay.
35% is utilized now. Okay.
Okay,
Again,
sir.
I have my 5% weightage is remaining. For that, let's say I'm taking just example. Okay. I'm taking case study. So this way I have utilized my 40%. So I have my three different parameters: assignment, internal assessment, and the case study. Internal assessment having 30% weightage, assignment is having 5% weightage, case study is having 5% weightage. Okay. If I go over here as an admin, and if I access my information over here, so see my weightage 40% is utilized now. These marks can be anything, sir. It is not mandatory to take only 5 marks of quiz. It is up to you. System will calculate that. Once, if let's say within this, if I go, I'll be able to change this marks. It can be 50 marks, it can be 40 marks, it can be 100 marks. Okay, it is up to us. And once the mark submission is done, what I'll do is I'll submit marks for these courses and I'll show you how weightage can be calculated with respect of highest, lowest, and the average. If we want this, ये तीनों का average अगर निकालना है हमें, let's say for all these three parameters, we need to take an average of all these three. Okay, so we'll be able to calculate that. Hmm. So now second parameter, what I'll do is I'll upload marks through template. Okay, now marks uploaded for second parameter. I'll just simply submit this. And for my third parameter, it is mandatory to first save this information whenever you add marks through UI. Okay, if you directly submit it, system won't consider that. Now for all these three parameters, we have submitted marks from admin login. Okay, as our fourth parameter, external exam is not defined. What I'll do is I'll create that also. This is having a 60% weightage, correct? And for this 60% weightage, our exam will conduct for 100 marks. So whatever so I'll change this to 100. Nine. Mhm. Mhm. ठीक है प्लीज करो थोड़ा मैंने नाही मीटिंग मध्ये आहे, करतो मीटिंग मध्ये आहे, करतो नंतर. So I have submitted this marks now. So for all my four parameters, I have submitted marks. So see, once all the parameters means including the external one, external exam, once we submit it, then only this is comes to you, wherein weightage calculation can be there. If in case what it is showing to me is okay, fine. Let's say under this, if we take multiple assignments and out of which only average is calculated, we'll be able to calculate the average or best of those parameters from here. Okay. Now these four parameters are there, and this all this we have created. So I'll simply show you how evaluation sheet looks like. So if I go over here into my evaluation sheet, I'll be able to see the marks out of which. So assignment parameter having a weightage of 5. Okay. So only one evaluation is done for that assignment. For internal assessment having a weightage of 30, only one parameter utilized over there, and case study is having 1. So for all these three, we'll be able to see the details. And for end term exam, having a 60% weightage, and their marks will appear like this.
Prashant, if
Yes, sir.
the frequency is 3, for example, 3 internal assessment will be done, 3 assignment will be done, 3 case studies will be done. Only average of
Okay.
those things should be displayed here for the final
The
uploading to the
average system will calculate that average definitely, because what I
automatically.
have did is I have only created single parameter under that. Okay. Instead
Okay.
of single parameter, if I take let's say if we go over here in 2 parameters are there, correct? If I go into my evaluation, see, this is my 20 marks, this is my 30 marks, correct, sir? I'm having total of 50 marks. Okay, so out of 50, this is the 40 showing, but this parameter is having a weightage of only 30. So this 50 marks conversion system will convert that 50 out of 50, whatever score is there, system will convert to 30% weightage.
Okay.
Okay, so that way system handles that. So
okay, and second thing, Prashant, if, for example,
yes,
the main examination, student have failed in one of the subjects, that failed marks will be added there, and later the supplementary is going to pass. That marks individually it has to be edited and it should be updated, or what actually, how it has to be done?
Sir, see, as the external exams is been taken by university, correct? So as and when we got those marks details from university, okay, then only we'll be able to update that information in system, because until and unless we get that information, we won't be able to update that information in system. So once the updation has been done, okay, and if those number of students who got failed, okay, if they reappear for an exam and they pass out, okay, so marks can be updated from admin login itself. As a coordinators, they can go over here under the evaluation. They just need to unfreeze this, okay, go to the evaluation and change that marks.
So faculty they can't do it. They have to go through admin only.
Faculty can update that marks, but before for that particular process, as a coordinators, whatever the earlier submission is there now, that need to be unfreeze explicitly. That's it. If they unfreeze it, as a faculty, they'll be able to go and update that marks details.
So specific marks can be unfreezed, or entire semester marks has to be unfrozen?
So interim parameter, only parameter, interim examination parameter.
Okay. That means if there are 10 students, all the 10 students, because only one student would have passed or failed and would have passed second time, only that particular student can be disabled and re-enter it, or the entire end term exam of that entire semester has to be.
Well, there are options available with me wherein examinations can be used, but it is actually a very tedious process, because whatever university follow for an examination, that whole process is available in Juno, but that is to be enabled for that purpose. See, whatever the first marks updation has been done as a faculty, correct?
Oh yeah, that is.
So that process is with me, but if you want to use that, actually a lot of work to be done for that particular process, because examination is to be created. Okay, once the examination is created, whatever as a faculty you submit as a marks, that will be visible there. Okay, whoever appears for an examination, if they fails over there, their marks updation need to be done from an exam admin only. All these provisions are available with me. You tell me if you want to use it, I can guide you to follow that particular process also. But that is actually a very complex process, and we want means in that particular scenario, I can help you with that. It's your decision to use it or not.
Okay, institution wise, case by case, if they require, they can use this facility from your end.
Yes, if they want, I can guide coordinators how to enable that particular process and how they can handle that. But here, as a coordinator, or let's say as a faculty, they want to update it. Simply they need to unfreeze this parameter, and whatever the marks need to be updated, they can go and update that.
Right, Prashant. Okay.
So this way, sir, marks updation process I have shown you now from a faculty login and from an admin login. Similar process. Both ways this process happens. So anyone is having any doubts with respect of this, they can go ahead with their queries.
Yeah, Mr. Prashant, I just wanted you to go to the page where you have shown IA1 and IA2 and the 30% weightage one.
Ma'am, just a minute, ma'am. Just a
Sure.
minute. Wait.
Sure.
Just a minute. Yes, ma'am. You are saying,
I
shall
just
I
want,
open this evaluation sheet, ma'am?
yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Tell me.
Here you explained that IA1 and IA2 marks will be given out of how much ever marks we have decided and we have filled in.
Okay. Oh, what I'll do is I'll update.
This
I'll
one.
take this one.
This
Correct.
one I wanted.
Correct,
So automatically in the column of out of 30 weightage, that will be converted to 30 and given, right?
Correct, ma'am. Correct.
30%. So this we can submit directly to the university. That is
University,
what I just
direct. Correct, ma'am. Correct.
Sure. Thank you very much.
So this report is available on faculty login also. Okay. As a faculty, you can directly access this evaluation sheet within a course file wherein you can extract these details in Excel and you can submit. Okay. This is available with you. Also, there is one report available onto admin login. As a coordinators, they'll be able to see there is an academic report. What I'll do is I'll take this. 1 minute, ma'am. I'll just open that report one. Sorry, this one, evaluation sheet report. So for that particular program, academic batch, my term, here it will display course, okay? And for that course, whatever the evaluation sheet, you'll be able to see that details. This course is biology science. Okay. So this way it will show you the details, whether it is freeze or not. External exam details we have not entered, so it is not showing any details over here.
Mr. Prashant, this is Dr. Padma. I wanted to know, we have an attendance component in our IA. So whether if the attendance will come automatically, and for this 80% we have some marks, for 80 to 85 we have 1 marks.
Attendance, you can view it, okay?
Huh.
Is there any weightage explicitly for attendance in your case?
Yes, it is given.
So that attendance percent, we need to define it over here into the admin login, because that is not applicable to all. So if weightage is considered, you just need to update that weightage for an attendance also, okay? And for that particular, so from here, as it is 30, is 100 is already utilized. I won't be able to update, but there is provision available wherein you can go onto the action button, edit the percentage what you want to define for the attendance parameter, and just save it. Once you save this information, okay, as per the attendance of the student, the marks conversion is not automatically done by system. It is to be entered explicitly from here. So you want to define the range and all that, or as per the attendance taken, okay, only will be able to define that. So within, let's say you want from 50 to 70% in this particular range, you want to update marks out of 5, 4. So this way attendance can be stored. So whatever attendance you update it, okay, system will calculate that attendance over here. It will show you the attendance of the students, and you can freeze that attendance from here itself. So what I'll do is, ma'am, for your case, I'll explicitly connect with you. I'll show you that how that can be done, because for that particular process, we need to enter some attendance details and all that needs to be done. Other than architecture, anyone is having a weightage for attendance?
Yes, sir. Business management also follows that.
Okay, other than that?
The pharmacy also.
Engineering don't have.
Ma'am, attendance, right now attendance is captured in architecture for some of whatever the executions, lecture executions is, execution has been done.
Yeah, for pharmacy, we have captured. We are daily giving attendance.
Okay.
Mr. Prashant, this is Kannan from engineering.
Yes, sir.
So we have to customize for the new syllabus, that is even one paper with 4 credit, it is joined with lab and theory. So for that, the evaluation system is something different. So is it possible to change that for the particular subject?
Sir, it is totally up to the faculty. It is whatever the criteria you want to define with the evaluation and their weightage.
Okay.
That can be customized.
Okay.
It is up to us, sir, how you need to utilize that. As per the course structure, you can define that evaluation.
Okay, then no problem. Okay.
Excuse me, Dr. Kavyashree, whether this will be available in YouTube to be seen later?
It will be available in YouTube, as well as I will try to share the recording of all the principles.
Okay. Thank you.
Any more doubts anyone is having, or shall we close for a day?
I think Mr. Prashant, for pharmacy, you have to sit with us because there are a lot of parameters, attendance, assignment marks and all. I think you have to
My
have
team
one
is
session
there.
with us.
They'll help you out in any concerns. No problem with that. You just ask my team, you connect with me or my team. Will help you in your configurations. Whatever you have doubts, will give you the resolutions over there itself. Okay, no problem.
If there are no more doubts, we will be ending the session. Thank you, Mr. Prashant, for providing this training program. And dear all, we request you to make sure that you upload the evaluation marks and all other details whenever you do the assignment or the quiz or the internal examination. And any clarification regarding the same, definitely I will be sharing the recording to your principals. You can you can again view the presentation, or also you can get connected to Prashant or his team, Juno team, and resolve all the problems and make sure you implement this third phase of training program also, in another 15 days or maximum by 1 month. As and when the internal happens only you can upload, I can understand. So we will be giving you another 15 days to 1 month time to make sure that you complete implementation of this third phase. Thank you all for joining, and thank you, Mr. Prashant, for providing the training program.
Thank you all of you for joining. Have a nice day. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Thank